Welcome to today's explainer, Rungta IAS aspirants. Let's get straight into it, shall we? Today, we are decoding some deeply fascinating and honestly pretty alarming April data from the India Meteorological Department. Now, this isn't just your standard geography lesson. It is a phenomenal, data-rich case study directly relevant to your GS Paper 3 environment syllabus.
Spot on, sir. Hello, everyone. Look, in this session, we're going to completely bypass those obvious sensational headlines. Instead, we're digging into where the real analytical marks are hidden for your upcoming mains examination.
So, I really want you to consider this fundamental question. Why exactly are our nights warming so much faster than our days? You know, the mainstream media, they usually fixate on daytime heat waves, right? Those scorching afternoon temperatures. But as future administrators, you absolutely must recognize that the true hidden climate anomaly is sitting quietly in our nighttime data. Exactly. The crucial takeaway here is that while everyone is busy looking at the maximum temperatures making people sweat, it's the minimum temperatures that are fundamentally rewriting our underlying climate patterns.
Now, what's genuinely interesting is the raw data itself. Visualizing these regional deviations across the IMD mapping is absolutely crucial for structuring high-scoring mains answers. You see, you just can't write vague theory. You need to geographically map the data in your head to really make an impact on the examiner.
Precisely. And if you notice the spatial distribution, it vividly highlights a stark contrast in temperature anomalies, particularly across central and western India.
And this data comparison brilliantly illustrates the exact statistical gap we're talking about. Look at the IMD's long-term baseline. That's the long period average between 1991 and 2020. Maximum temperatures across the country were actually nearly normal. They deviated by just a mere 0.11 degrees Celsius. But in stark contrast, minimum temperatures average a full 0.5 degrees Celsius above normal.
Right, so the nights deviated significantly more than the days.
And that statistical divergence, that right there is your core thesis for any climate anomaly essay you'll write. Let's see how this actually builds into concrete examples. As serious IAS aspirants, you know generic statements simply won't fetch you those top marks. You need to memorize these specific high deviation stations to use as mains case studies. Take Chapomukh in Assam. It saw a massive 5.5 degree deviation. Fulbani in Odisha came in at 5.1 degrees. Nagpur hit 3.6, and Safdarjung right here in Delhi was 2.2 degrees above normal. Make sure you're using these local names confidently and accurately in your papers. Of course, while the nights are a hidden anomaly, the days are obviously still absolutely brutal. So let's quickly map out the extreme maximums. States like Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Telangana cross that 40 degrees Celsius mark the most often this April. But pay close attention to where the highest maximum departures actually occurred. Tehri in Uttarakhand and Thoothukudi in Tamil Nadu. Note those exact names carefully, because this wide spatial distribution across diverse topographies really forms India's dual climate threat.
Okay, let's transition from the raw meteorological data over to the real on-ground consequences. We're now looking at the dual impact, human health and agriculture.
Think about it biologically. A cooler night naturally gives the human body vital time to recover from the day's intense heat. It's our reset button. But these warming minimum temperatures completely close off that recovery window. The heat stress simply compounds, day and night, without a break. This is a severe physiological burden that massively exacerbates public health crises, particularly for our vulnerable populations and the outdoor workforce.
And you know, it's not just us humans. Our crops are suffering the exact same fate. According to a recent warning from the UN Food and Agricultural Organization and the WMO, there's a clear three-step biological sequence you absolutely must reproduce in your GS3 agriculture answers. Step 1. Plants build up their energy through photosynthesis during the day. Step 2. High nighttime temperatures force those plants to keep burning that energy instead of resting. And finally, Step 3. This continuous burning leads directly to stunted plant growth.
Which naturally brings us to a highly probable analytical question for your upcoming UPSC interview round. How will stunted crop growth due to vanishing cool nights impact India's food security and inflation? I really want you all to deeply ponder the interconnectedness of this climate data with our national economic policy. Absolutely, ma'am. You see, the vanishing night isn't just an environment topic anymore. It is a profound economics and governance challenge. Review these points, structure your notes with these exact case studies, and we'll see you in the next explainer. Keep studying hard, everyone.